Hello, Merry Christmas. Today is going to be a little different. Instead of trying something new, I'm actually going to be trying to... Oh, it is a love story, that's right. Recreate situations from another game that I played, which would be this one. But in this one, it's not the same progression as this one, if that makes any kind of sense. But the endings that I got here, I did not get on this one.
You're on a path in the woods.
So the story should still be able to continue.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in
not
the
exactly
basement
sure how
of
this
that
this is going to go, but we'll see what
is
happens.
a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end.
Right, that'll be the end of the world. Okay. Let's try, if I remember, well, let's just try leaving. We did try leaving before, but we didn't leave as many times as we possibly could have. So,
Are you
bam.
serious? No, you have to do it.
Says who? I gotta do shit, bitch, just because I'm here? Shit. Look, I'll go to the cabin. Fine, I'll go. Thanks. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Turn around and leave. Let's just turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're
Yep.
just going to turn around and leave?
Yep.
Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Nope. Look, there's even an option there. There you
I
go.
suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Now, we have walked away from the cabin before.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You're right. I'm going to ignore you.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after
Now,
all.
I think maybe last time we decided that, okay, they're just going to keep making us go back and forth. Let's try leaving again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Okay. Fuck you. We're going to go
Your
back down the path.
silence is deafening.
That's what I hear.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Yay.
Oh, would you look at that?
God
You're
damn
at
it.
the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Sure damn does, doesn't it? Alright. Oh yeah, well I guess I'll just start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm just going to keep trekking through the wilderness until I find my way out.
There's always a choice.
Yep.
Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Okay, well I'm leaving this
And
one.
here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes.
Yes, this is different
Glimpses
from
of
what we've seen before.
familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Listen to
But
the, ooh,
as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that
Listen to
those
the music.
flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
can we leave all of these cabins?
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
So that's pretty selfish. There's nothing to do about irritating you. It's the fact that we just don't feel like doing it.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
That's not what we're doing.
You
just
lose
because-
track
ooh.
of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oh, well, game over. That was a quick video. What was that, 5 minutes? If that? Just about 5 minutes. 4 minutes and 50-some seconds. Ooh, the stranger. Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods.
Look at the walls
And at
now.
the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Okay, out of the whole myriad of options that we have, we didn't die. Well, I guess we did die, but I don't know how. Oh, the walls. Here we go.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, God forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
It makes sense that there's walls going around these woods.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking.
Contrarian this time.
Captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
Alright, we'll see how well that cuts together. I'm not sure exactly where it cut out, but nothing should have changed. I had to go out and get myself a soda because I have no soda around here, and I like to drink a soda when I play this game. Or any game for that matter. Okay. Ruining my day. Everyone's... If ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you can pull that off.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Okay. Can we leave again? Let's see. Is it gonna let... Okay, can we just stay in the woods forever?
You have already committed to my completion.
Oh shit.
You cannot go further astray.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we can do that. It looks like they're gonna make us do this. Yep, okay.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
Somebody said, he said, I'm begging you. Can't even commit to their own bit.
A warning before you go any further.
She will lie, she will cheat, she will blah 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 blah.
She will lie, she will cheat,
Yep.
and she will do everything. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
He is a contrarian.
Let's keep an open mind.
Alright, let's proceed to the cabin. The wolves.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there.
Oh, look how broken
such
it
that the
is.
seams are never
Look.
quite visible enough for the
Every
place
layer.
to make any sense.
The brick, the wood, the door, the mirror, everything. Look, this is different from here. The stonework is different from the stonework underneath of it. That's cool. I know I've seen it before, but it's still cool. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I've never seen this before. If I have, it's still pretty neat though. How everything is. Not only do they draw it different, but it's literally fractured. It's all on different layers here.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
He's a contrarian. Whatever the narrator says, he wants to do the opposite.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
He feels like a frustrated DM, doesn't he? He's like, you find yourself at a tavern, and everyone's like, well, what else is out there? He's like, it doesn't matter, you're in a tavern. Let's leave the tavern. Like, motherfucker.
You can't just say that. But when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself
Also got
before
some
you even
cheeses.
get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly,
Damn,
if
son.
you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Now here's the thing. Throughout all of the playthroughs, every time I go to the mirror, he just says, yeah, there's nothing there. So we're going to ignore that option, because I don't see a need for that. Take the blade. Last time we specifically tried avoiding the blade. As we specifically tried avoiding the cabin entirely. So why don't we ignore the blade and just enter the basement?
The door to the basement
this
creaks
is-
open,
like I said, I've seen this
revealing
before,
a
but it's
web
definitely
of
different from what
branching
we've seen.
staircases all built from
it's still creepy.
unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, didn't even bring a knife.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave.
Like I said before, the
This
writing
feels
and the
wrong.
visuals
This
in this
feels
game
like
are
a
pretty
trap.
fucking cool.
Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
We're gonna die.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Forgot about that part. He just wants to ruin the narrator's day. He don't give a fuck about anything. Let's take the center. I don't remember what I did last time, honestly. I think I'm gonna take the center.
You step onto the center
It
staircase.
just seems like the most
Paths
logical.
wind
of all
out
things
around
to
you in
place.
all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
We hope that much. Uh-oh.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears.
Look,
And you can feel
I'm
yourself
more,
begin to untether.
I'm not an artist, but like it's getting less detailed. Thank you, Jesus.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish. until the
Becoming
only
very
things
rudimentary.
experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Ooh. The fuck? We just got pulled into here?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over.
Oh well.
Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
So motherfucker, you're the one that told us that we're lost.
You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not
Just being
sure
an
if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so blank. I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart. If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
Maybe she's just trying to protect herself.
It's okay.
Ooh.
Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
Now she's over there.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before?
Yep.
Should we tell him?
I think so.
Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
I would imagine so.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Okay.
Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Okay.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
Uh-oh.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
All of this because we simply wanted to walk away.
How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs.
That's a good point. We're already here.
Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
So this layer, and this layer are all separate.
Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
It's me, bitch.
I don't have any weapons, and I'm chained to a wall. Do I look like someone that could end the world? Do I look like a monster?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
Uh-oh.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
Oh shit.
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Well, I guess I'm choosing this one. I'm gonna get you free. I don't know what to do. Retrieve all the options are in one option.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Oh,
Find
fuck.
the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
So we tried talking to her, killing her, leaving her alone, getting the blade. We did everything all at the same time, so now reality is just kind of warping in on itself. Man, this is some weird ass visuals.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
And it appears the narrator's gone.
falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage
Stabbed
this,
her,
were
left
we?
her alone. Oh man.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
You fix this?
We should help her. I think we did this.
Who knows?
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Why would you not
It's a
think
little
that?
late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Nah. I wonder if any of those choices even mattered.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay, just trust me. You've been here before and you always get
But
scared.
it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Look, I'm going to approach the mirror. Oh wait, you can't
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
How do you know? You never felt it.
He's just messing with us. Right?
See, this game actually acknowledges the player as separate from the voices. You have the voice of the hero and the player. Then when you go through the second time, you have the voice of whatever choices you made. I remember the one time they said, the three of you need to get it together. And I'm like, 3 of us? There's only the 2. Oh, right. Alright. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. So we're learning each time. And the player's remembering. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless
How
walls
fucked
of
up
the
she
long
is.
quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Every time I want to take a drink of soda, they don't have a long fucking can't think of the word there. This thing. Dialogue. Jesus Christ, Paul. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but some of them are something else. Blah, 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 blah. Yes.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Maybe. Do you think that there's anything real out there? We're past those kinds of questions. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? Again, we're past all that. How many more vessels do you need? Oh, here we go. What do you know what's going to happen when you're going to, or do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
That's not necessarily true. That's not good soda talk either. I'm thirsty. Do you think anything is real out there? There's trees and stars and there are people. At least there's supposed to be people. Let's see what she
There
says.
is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Okay. Let's take this one just for fun. Seriously, honestly, at this point I don't remember.
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Okay. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just gonna stay here. We've already tried that. It's gonna happen. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Huzzah!
I will be here, waiting for you.
Roger that. Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path.
Yep.
You're here to slay.
Yep. What did we do before? Let's be all excited about it. Sweet. I've always wanted it. I think we've done this before.
Spirit.
Like not just before, but like one of the, like the first or second episode maybe.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning.
Yep. She'll
She
lie.
will
She'll
lie.
cheat. Yep. She'll do everything to stop you. That's good.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
To do what's right. Shit. I'm not sure what to do. Let me take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Yep.
It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world.
World without it. Yep. That's the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's
All pulled the manipulation. Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
She's been a threat to many worlds, but nobody could ever tell us why.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No,
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Sure.
Against your better judgment,
Yep.
you step forward to speak.
We've
We'll
done
be
this
fine.
before, yep.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
Just make sure you don't forget about the blade.
Just
on the
make sure
floor.
you don't forget.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it is pretty awkward, huh?
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I have my reasons. I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
Nobody's talking to you,
And
bitch.
do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned,
The narrator.
I'm going to say whatever I have to
Who
get out of
apparently
here.
she's familiar
That's
with.
just the dynamic of our situation. Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Uh-huh.
You know why you're here. Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall. They're large and heavy, far too solid for...
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
We've done this many times. Oh, let's see this.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your
Yep,
way out of
the
the...
door
Someone
locks.
else here.
Yep. Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom?
It would be easier if we just try to kill her.
Easier for everyone.
Uh-huh.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Slay.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike and your weapon sinks into
I don't
her
remember if I
shoulder.
did this one last time, but we'll see what happens.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's unarmed and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so
call
sure.
bullshit.
Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Slay.
You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet. Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses. We can still turn this around.
Sorry.
You steel your resolve and take another step towards the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What was that about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
I do vaguely remember this now, actually.
The two of you fall to the floor.
I think we're running out of options as far as directions that the story will let us go at this point.
This was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have the time to worry over her words. Everything goes dark, and you die.
If I remember correctly, there's an episode where I tried to pick a grayed out option, and I just thought the grayed out option meant, hey, just to let you know, this option was chosen before. Apparently, and forgive me if I've said this in other episodes, it actually means that you can't pick this option because you've picked it before. And I like that in the sense that you know when you play this game, you're not going to waste your time. There is no way to accidentally pick the same options before. And a matter of fact, just for shits and giggles, I might start a fresh episode, or a fresh game rather, entirely on my own, just to like deliberately see if I do another playthrough of the same save, if it'll let me do it again. I'm pretty sure you can.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yep.
You're here to slay
the princess. Yep, it'll be the end. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but it definitely got her. Yep.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Okay.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe you know I can hear you,
Right. Yep,
That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
See, now we have the voice of the stubborn, because we were supposed to die and we didn't. We kept on fighting, so...
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Alright, let's go.
A warning.
Yep,
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight. Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is.
Yep,
The princess will do and say what Crystal.
Let's go. Sorry, the pointless, circular conversations always irritating.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Let's see. And can we enter the basement without the blade?
No knife this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
So he just wants to
As
fight.
long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
Gotcha.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her fierce voice carries up.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Last time.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
You didn't mention anything about the fact that we said we've been here before. Or that we've seen her before.
As you descend the final step,
she's a demon
the
now.
form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. But no little knife this time, huh?
Nope.
No. I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
I hope you heard all of that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than last time. But last time definitely happened.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you and the princess remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe you.
Okay.
For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
No, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
That's what she said.
Or are you scared I'm going to put you down for good this time?
Are you just going to let her talk to us like that? We're not scared. I think my position on violence in this situation is already more than clear, but you really shouldn't let yourself be goaded so easily. There's more at risk in this encounter than your fragile ego. I agree. If we're going to fight her, we need a weapon.
The minute we turn around, she's going to attack us. Don't worry, I'm always up for a good fight. In fact, the only reason I came down here without a weapon. Oh, okay, let's do that.
Then why are you just standing there?
That is a damn good
Fight
question.
me.
I'm actually here to free you. Okay, let's do that.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
You don't?
Are you sure we want to look a gift horse in the mouth right now? If she doesn't want to leave, doesn't this whole situation just work out for everyone?
There's nothing out there for me. The only thing I care about is right here.
Okay.
All I want is to keep
Ooh,
knowing
I
what
like
it
that
feels like to
face.
kill you and be killed by you.
Oh.
I want to feel that knife split me open. I want to feel your bones snap beneath my fists.
I think I'll just let the princess speak for herself here. Leaving her in the basement isn't an answer. You have to make a choice.
Okay.
And there's only one choice worth making. Fight her.
Win. Alrighty. Attack her unarmed. Attack her unarmed. Go upstairs and retrieve the blade. Alright.
I'll be waiting.
You make your way back up the stairs to the cabin above. The princess, surprisingly true to her word, lets you leave. The blade remains where you left it.
Can we leave the
on
cabin?
that. Now pick it up and march back down there. I'm tired of us constantly moving in circles instead of fighting her like we're supposed to. Me, I say that. Staying up here doesn't solve anything. All it does is kick the can down the road. If you don't deal with her now, she will find a way out. Those doors are made of stone and she's still in chains. She's strong, yeah, but is she break her chains and smash through stone strong?
Wouldn't it be exciting if she was?
I hope they don't
Here's
drag
another
out this
idea.
conversation.
What if we just leave? Absolutely not. If you leave, she'll leave, and that'll be the end of everything as we know it. You take the blade from the altar. It will
I
be
really
difficult
wanted
to
to
slay the
leave, but maybe we'll
princess and
save that
save
for
the
another
world
because I
without
haven't
a
done that yet.
weapon,
Truly,
as I'm
I
sure
haven't
you're
done that
all
yet.
too aware by now.
I still can leave. Let's go. We're
Did
leaving.
you pick up the blade just to mess with me?
Yep.
Is your brain that numb to the consequences of all this?
I'm tired of waiting. You thought you could just leave me down here, didn't you?
Uh-oh.
But I can feel you trembling on the other side of this door. There's nowhere left for you to run.
Oh!
Cabin
Shit.
shakes as the princess throws herself
Alright, bitch,
against
we're
the
fighting, we're
basement
fighting,
door.
we're fighting.
We're fine, right?
Of course we are. Any second now she's gonna break through that entryway. And we're finally going to get to do what we came here to do.
So, we were gonna fight
Shakes
no
the
matter what.
cabin,
It was just
a
how.
massive gash splitting its way up the stone doors.
She comes.
Oh, we should have just went down there and fought her.
The doors explode outwards, shards of stone
Man, I
clattering
love
against the
these visuals.
walls as the princess emerges from the basement.
At least you finally have a weapon. Good.
We're doomed!
We're doomed!
In a fit of violence,
Oh,
the
hello.
princess explodes across the room and closes the gap between you. You do your best to defend yourself from her onslaught, but you're sorely outmatched. For every wound you inflict on her, she inflicts 2 on you until, finally, you're no longer able to so much as
feel like-
stand. Your body is giving out.
I feel like we would have did better if we went down there instead of having her ambush us.
Giving out? No, nobody's giving out. We're just getting started.
Don't be delusional, it's over. You fall to your knees.
Is that it? You're supposed to be tougher than this. Come on, get up. Keep fighting me.
No, this isn't right. Listen to me. Listen to her. We can do this.
We can't.
Why won't you get up?
I made the wrong choice!
Splinters from your shattered ribs stabbing into your heart and lungs. Your vision starts to swim. Finally, her face, twisted into an expression of disappointment and fury, fades.
This so far, this is
Everything goes dark, and you die.
different. Unless there's something after this is different than what I experienced. No shit.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died
is
because you didn't have enough of it.
Pretty sure.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Then what is going on?
Voice of the hunted.
What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here, and if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long.
Wait, have we been the hunted
Let's get
before?
to the cabin. See this through.
Not in my other playthrough, like in this playthrough, in this save.
It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you. Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that. There's nothing to
Come
reconsider.
on.
We're all for violence here.
Come on, come on, come on.
Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said, all just circles, instinct, tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say.
Good.
For me.
Good. Silently proceed to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before.
Correct.
There's no use screaming into the wind.
Correct.
I don't know. Screaming sounds
Nope.
pretty
Let's go.
catharsis for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in...
Yep. Alright, let's go.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a
This is
glorified
definitely
tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your
just
sides,
a mirror now.
leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement, see? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it!
Take the blade.
You take the blade
not
from
running
the
this
altar.
time.
It will be difficult
You
to
have to
good.
slay the princess.
There's no
Yep.
overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Okay. Wait, it really is just a mirror now.
A mirror? But there is no mirror. There's the iron altar and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. But there isn't a door. There is. Circles, circles, all of it circles. There's something for us at the end of the room. The what and the why don't matter until we know them. I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. And worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
Smash that motherfucker.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Smash
You
it.
bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort.
This is not the playthrough I did in the other save. This is definitely different.
The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Is she fully demonic now?
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Well, I'm getting you this time, bitch.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
I know you can get out of there on your own. How about you come and get one? Are you sure you still want to
Dead
fight?
certain. Everything inside of me screams for it.
We
Alrighty.
need to get closer. She needs to see us to give chase.
Let's go.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. We'll need to be faster than her. You turn to
Oh
face
my
what
God.
lies at the end of the narrow tunnel.
Look at that.
Princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens
God
into
damn.
a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
It's like kinky sex.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run.
Man, I really don't know what I want to pick this time. I think I just want to.
I
let's
really
just
don't
attack her.
like the sound of this.
Let's see what the stubborn wants to
It's
do.
the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for?
If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Let's see what we're gonna do here. If you want a good fight... Wait, if you want a good fight, if you really want to see me at my best, we need to be somewhere with more space.
The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Bloody
Oh,
desire
fuck.
in her eyes, the princess
God damn it, I knew we should have just have attacked her,
ignoring
motherfucker!
chains as they bend and snap. Run.
Motherfucker!
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance.
This is good. I don't know, this is weird shit. Oh,
As you
hello!
near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You
They're
reach
not
the
giving me
ledge
any
and
options
hoist
to turn
yourself
around
up
and
into
stab
the
her.
tunnel. The cabin door finally in sight, at
Yeah.
once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
I bet you it closes when we get up to it.
What is all of this for?
Oh,
What's the
motherfucker!
point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
She already stabbed us.
Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there, and we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll
Oh,
onto the grass.
we got out? Okay. She stabbed us. Oh, hello.
You glance back at the
Damn,
cabin
she's
as
a
the
big bitch.
princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
Alright, this time we're gonna stab her after we're given the
There's
option.
nothing left to slow me down.
Although I think now that
Do
she's
you
out...
think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
I bet you, now that she's out of the cabin, those hands are gonna grab her.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you. You leap from the grass and bound towards
Here
the
we go.
princess, keeping low.
Let's see what we
Charging
can do.
me head on. Brave and foolish.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you manage to gift her another cut in return.
So the hunted is gonna tell us what to do as far as dodging, and the stubborn is gonna tell us what to do as far as attacking?
We're
Okay.
actually gonna pull this off.
This hell I'll be
aren't we?
damned.
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Maybe this was the right choice. Look at this shit.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going, we can't stop now!
I agree. Let's go.
You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you.
Oh, fuck.
She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap.
Nice.
It wasn't enough to kill you.
Even nicer.
She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
Something feels wrong. Something.
And?
Oh, fuck. Sorry, I clicked a little faster than I thought. Oh! Yay, another achievement. Okay, we've seen this before.
She's gone. Where did she go? And there's that mirror again.
Alright, we're not gonna pick those, we're just gonna approach the mirror and we know what happens. You approach the mirror. Yep, we've seen all that before, always makes them leave. Gaze into it. You are nothing at all. Damn. Okay, because we've reached the end.
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in three. So the mirror shattered again. Now let's see if we can answer different questions this time.
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
I think I keep
I'm an
picking
echo,
that.
likely one of many.
Oh.
Somebody made you, after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
So he's like the DM talking to the character that he's made. Or like the player who created the character.
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
Oh shit. Man, there's a lot of questions.
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Shit.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
Aww. If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone? After everything you've done to us now, let's do this one.
Yes, you will, but it will all be worth it.
Oh, that's not worth it. You're delusional. Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Ooh, I'm getting asked a lot more questions than before. I think if I ask meaningful shit, if I just like, oh, does it hurt when that happens? Like, it's just like, okay, you're done asking meaningful questions. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is.
Huh.
No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
Well, damn, bro. Okay. We have, I guess, 2 more questions? Are you a part of me? I've asked that before. Why couldn't you have told me this from the start? I would have helped destroy... I don't work the way a living being does anymore. I'm not a living being?
You never were. You are the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. For a time, this construct could help you approximate being alive, confining your mind to a single reality. But you've experienced far too many lives for it to work much longer.
These are the most questions I've ever gotten asked before. Ooh, I finally get to ask all of them. Rest easy, I'm gonna destroy her. Rest easy, I'm gonna destroy her, not lie. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away.
Ooh, with a newfound clarity. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. You are the Long Quiet, the vast... Can't say that, because I don't know how to... Nascent? I don't know. Somebody else who knows words can say that. It is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Okie dokie. Oh. There is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Ah, we're back to her.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Hooray.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
That's good, I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means. What happens now? Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Okay.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Okay.
Ever the passive player, always reacting.
Oh, I never got it.
reacting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
I guess, because I didn't get an option like last time. Well,
When
I did,
the
but I
Echo
didn't.
spun us from 1 into 2, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
That is a good question. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? No, I'm not going to do that. I told you what would happen if I reached this point and slayed the princess.
I know, and I've been waiting for you to see it through.
Oh shit, let's do it.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save you, then so be it.
What the fuck? Oh, hello.
Brutality splashes you against the walls, but with stubborn defiance you rise again. And with the dance of our conflict, I was brought somewhere new. Without you, my world would have been so small.
So that's the stubborn guy, that's the warrior.
Do you remember the moment of your triumph? Do you remember the feeling of your blade finally cutting me down?
I do, that was our most recent encounter.
My defeat was a gift. Without obstacles to overcome, we stagnate into nothing. We have. Look at what we are now, and see how small we were then. The masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. And every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again.
So that was when we split reality into many different forms, and we did absolutely everything. We helped them, we attacked them, we threw the blade. We did all kinds of shit. Like there's many of us too.
And in the end,
There she is.
you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
You seemed in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you. It was the only thing I could do. I get it. There's no need for us to keep on.
You saw with a single pair of eyes what you needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are. Your liver tries to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
Yeah, I do remember that playthrough.
But the stakes meant nothing to you.
Oh, that was when
You
she was
had a
like, yeah, we had to do
desire,
it.
and you
She
set
felt like
that
she had to.
desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back. We were both taken by the moment. It was how things are meant to be. To question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck.
Oh, fuck, that one, okay.
But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing.
So that was when we dropped the knife, we inspected the shackle on the wall, and it grabbed us, and we just kind of stayed there with her for
To be
much
impermanent is
forever.
not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence? It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
Pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious.
Is this from our... They're going through all our playthroughs, not just this most recent one.
It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you?
I'm not even sure what the
You
fuck's
took
happening.
fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
Oh, yeah. I'm not afraid anymore.
Then you were one step closer to being free of your bindings.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good.
I just realized I told the narrator, I'm like, just to let you know, I'm not gonna slay her, and then I tried to slay her.
Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Sounds good to me. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. I can't let this happen. I can't let everything die. Slay, 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 slay. You're cruelty itself. I cannot let you exist. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. Okay, I'm ready to leave.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies.
I'll have to
with
do
you.
another one where I keep trying to slay her, but as of right now, we're gonna pick this one. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel the sensation in the limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not
I
yield.
love you.
Hooray! All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is.
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Let's go. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Woohoo! Look at that! Pow. Very good. Can't wait to try it out again for the next playthrough. Sounds good. Thanks for playing. Take care.